We find Senor Macho playing Winter Pact. Lots of Winter Pact in the meta right now. I throw away Confinement because I actually want to see that again. If he's playing that Giovanna, Clap of Thunder, Blessed with Brawn deck, Hunter's Vengeance to clear out a bunch of his board before he can buff it, and Confinement for after he buffs it. Those are going to be our two most important pieces. Frozen Core is totally reasonable, and we find Murs, which is even better than reasonable. Murs is definitely the engine here that's going to keep us humming. And, we need to find bosuns now, which is not a guarantee. Back him up. He will have extra mana from the Frozen Core, but he won't have front, and he won't have anything he can hit with Giovanna if he is playing that deck. And just not giving him anything to Giovanna is actually a really good way to just stall that deck's tempo and slow the game down a little bit. Giovanna falls off in utility in the late game. So by denying the early game tempo swing, it kind of clogs up his hand. He really wants to hold on to Icicle for Giovanna. Let's see, this is perfect. And now we can either bosuns, or we can hold it for next turn. And just play ridiculously large Lucky Charms. Again, just no Giovanna value here. And even if he plays Blessed with Brawn on something, we can put bosuns and a Murs token into it. And that ends up being 20 damage, and it'll take care of it for the same amount of mana that he put into it. There we go, we got into the combo. Earthfathers is problematic, but we can just deal with it. Rather than wait for confinement, we deal with it now. I'm kind of assuming, demotivating strike would have been really helpful there. I'm really assuming that we're going to need the confinement to deal with whatever he plays next turn. So hopefully we find it. We are due, but playing the pirates can certainly shuffle things up in unpredictable ways. Alright, and no need for confinement. We're going to be left with front here. Got 8 mana. Gonna clear his unit for sure, and then we'll just left wind our way up and just hold for a turn. First Mutineer to discard is not ideal, because we are specifically trying to hold on to confinement because we think it'll be helpful. However, if we don't find a use for it this turn, I will probably play it. A Cycle Forgotten Souls, I don't see that having a lot of utility. And then we'll work on using First Mutineer to hypercycle and find something else that's a little more helpful. We just destroy everything. Put something at his baseline, and now we can start to really move. There was an unfortunate draw with too many defensive cards that turn. We did not get to establish any real tempo. I think we'll make up for it this turn. Positioning here is important. I wanted to put this in the middle column of the ones that he had available, just to limit his movement. Alright, here we go. Undead. Lucky Charmers. Confinement. And I'm gonna cycle the freebooters. Oh, we got the token again. Perfect. So this turn we're gonna go token and cycle gold grubbers, play bosuns, which will get rid of our quartermasters, so we draw the token back again. Looking to draw confinement again, so she's not too big. It's not great for sure. Not too big. So let's go cycle gold grubbers, token up. Bosun's up. Token up. And we'll play others just to get another token in our deck. We're stuck again with some defensive cards. We're limiting what our opponent can do, but we're not really establishing too much. All we're doing right now, unfortunately, is treading water, and his game will play more value than ours. We can't win on value. He's gonna just make bigger units that we can't deal with. So we're gonna have to try to push some tempo at some points. Kind of relying on here is the idea that we will draw more cards than him and play more cards than him. If he's sinking all his mana into a Lady Rime or an Earthfathers, it's not that big of a deal. And he uses all that extra mana to play Erratic Neglects. This is what I mean about having Shyvana fall off in the late game. It is just not particularly useful. Alright, this is our turn. This is where we try to turn it around with Raven, Undead, Bosuns into another token. That was a misplay by him for sure. If he runs a Raven into my freebooters, it just kills the 6 strength for free. And as dangerous as that looks, it's not really actually all that impactful. So we got a big board here. He's got the ability to stall us out, right? He can freeze, he can clear us. We're going to be looking to get rid of Demotivating Strike. Try to move on to his baseline and do some damage with Forgotten Souls. If we pick up Confinement, we'll use it on Lady Rime, obviously. If we don't, then we'll just ignore it and we'll confine it next turn. Tries blocking, so we are not going to get the Lucky Charmers on the baseline play, but at least get some chip damage in and threaten lethal, and we block off his access to our baseline. Confinement, Hunter's Vengeance will do some real work here. Gold Grubbers, not so much. Gold Grubbers are actually not great with this hand if we are planning on playing the defensive spells, just because Gold Grubbers only replaces non-pirates. So it doesn't allow us to cycle in the way that we're hoping for. At a time, so we'll confine that one. Draw some more pirates. I think we're going to give up on the Hunter's Vengeance idea. We'll try to find one more pirate, which is great because now Lucky Charmers is big again. And we're back to lots of tokens. We got tokens and we got draw from freebooters, and we got bosuns, which will replace the freebooters, so we might actually play freebooters first. Gotta remind me that I said that next turn, chat. Alright, Vindictive Wretch is going away. Actually, will let us play up onto his baseline tokens. We'll Demotivating Strike so that we can play that. We'll cycle Westwind away for another token. I hope that's good enough. We are back to confinement. If he tries to just stick something on our baseline, we do have the confinement. I doubt he's going to let us attack, but we're certainly going to try. Oh, there it is. 70 strength Lady Rime. That is huge. That's a real problem for somebody else. We can show off that we have the confinement for 69. No, that was an excellent game. I did not think that we were going to make it through, but just Macho Solo, good game.